The clever little sparrow and the empty pot. Have you ever seen a small bird do something so clever that it made you smile? Tonight I will tell you the tale of a tiny sparrow who proved that even the smallest creature can solve the biggest problems. So lie back, my dear ones, close your eyes, and let the story begin. My dear little ones, it is your old storyteller again. Tonight we journey to a quiet village in India where farmers worked in the fields and children played under the banyan tree. In that village lived a little sparrow named Chinny. She was small, brown, and quick, but her mind was as sharp as a needle. Chinny built her nest in the roof of a kind farmer's house. She loved watching him work and sometimes hopped along the fields beside him. One summer was hotter than any before. The rains did not come. The ponds dried up, and the earth cracked under the sun. The people grew worried for their crops. The animals grew thirsty. Even Chinny found it hard to sing her morning song. One day, as she searched for water, she spotted an old clay pot lying under a tree. She fluttered down and peered inside. At the very bottom lay a little water, but it was too low for her beak to reach. She hopped around the pot again and again, trying to think, how can I drink this? As she struggled, other animals passed by. A proud crow laughed and said, "Foolish sparrow, your beak is too short. Leave it to bigger birds." A monkey swung down and said, "Why bother? There is hardly any water left anyway." Then they all walked away, leaving Chinny alone, but she did not give up. She whispered to herself, "Small though I will find a way." Chinny hopped around until she noticed pebbles scattered near the tree. An idea lit her mind. She picked one pebble in her tiny beak and dropped it into the pot. Plop. The water rose a little. She picked another pebble and dropped it, and plop. The water rose more, excited. She worked faster, one pebble, then another, then another. At last the water reached high enough. Chinny dipped her beak and drank deeply. The cool water refreshed her more than anything before. She chirped happily, and her song rang through the dry air. The crow and monkey heard her singing. They came back surprised. "How did you do it?" the crow asked. The pot was nearly empty. The monkey scratched his head and said, "You are so small, yet you solved what we could not." Chinny fluttered her wings and said, "Size does not matter when you use your mind and patience." The farmer's children saw what the sparrow had done. They clapped with joy and ran to tell their father. The farmer smiled and said, "Look how the sparrow teaches us wisdom." He told the story to the whole village. Soon the villagers began to think, if a little bird can find a way, we too must not give up. They worked together to dig a new well deeper than before. At last, cool water flowed again, and the village was saved. From then on, whenever people in the village faced hard times, they reminded each other. Remember Chinny the sparrow? She showed us that even the smallest effort matters when done with cleverness and determination. And the sparrows still sing her song every morning, reminding them never to lose hope. And so, my dear ones, remember this. No problem is too big when faced with patience, clever thinking, and a hopeful heart. Even the smallest among us can do great things when we refuse to give.